I am a collector of things. I collect video games, DVDs, vinyl, instruments I can't play, and most of all, little overpriced pieces of plastic that collect dust on my shelf. Every surface in my apartment has a cute little guy there to bring joy and whimsy to my day, and I think that's great. But I don't live alone. I live with my boyfriend, who is also a collector of things. And so today I'm gonna be ranking every single figurine and little guy in my household, most of which are from franchises I know very little about. Okay, so we're gonna start with a figurine that I didn't buy, it's not mine, but I'm really happy that we have it. It's the Luigi Smash amiibo. I don't own any amiibos. I wasn't really big into the Toys to Life stuff as a kid, but if we were gonna own any amiibos, this is the one that I would choose. I mean, it's Luigi, one of my favorite characters of all time, and he's pulling his iconic Smash pose. I love this guy so much. We actually got it secondhand for about like 20 bucks or something. So yeah, really love this guy. He sits on top of our PS2 and he's great. Honestly, S tier. Sticking to the Nintendo theme, we have this tiny little Mario Kart. So this we bought at Dollarama, which is kind of like a Canadian Dollar Tree. And he's very small and dinky, really just a cheapo piece of plastic. But what I love so much about this one is that we put it next to our big Mario Lego set and they just look so cute together. This really like makes the Lego set look so much cooler and bigger. Problem is, this guy broke, so the Mario comes out, but honestly, I don't really mind. Just gonna focus on that. Yeah, so he's a little bit broken. We love him anyways. This was not like a big purchase. We just kind of saw it and picked it up. Oh, and it used to be a keychain. There's actually like a little loop, but it broke. So I'm gonna give this one like a C. I like it because it embellishes the big Mario Kart, but it's just a little toy, you know? Next we have a Bandai Bulbasaur set. This one's actually mine. It took literally no time to build. It's like just a few pieces, but I think he's really cute in the end. It sounds very hollow and it's really just like a shell, but I don't know. I think it's a pretty good design. I like to disassemble it and put it back together really easily. So I don't know, I would give this little guy like a B. And from the same line, we have the Bandai Lugia set. This one comes with a stand, but it's really not stable at all. It's constantly popping off. The wings actually move with the head, which is really cool. I think that's a good addition. It was also, you know, fairly easy to build, but I don't really think that's a bad thing for this kind of product. I would also give this one a B. They look pretty good side by side. I'm happy with it. I also want to add this little guy. This is a taiko drum from Taiko no Tatsujin, which is a game that I love. This was found in a gacha machine in London, so pretty rare item if you ask me. It's really just like a little piece of plastic. He's like kind of weighted, which I like, but you know, he just kind of sits there. It's not really much more to see, but I think he's adorable. Get a load of that face. Hang on. Yeah, look at this thing. I really like the pocket size of it. Like you can just take this thing anywhere and like, I don't know, you could probably swallow it if you wanted. And you can just kind of put him on like the edge of a shelf or like somewhere unique. Maybe I'm crazy, but I would give this one an A. Maybe it's just because I like the game. Okay, now let's get into Transformers. Here we have the Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime, Transformers Prime Optimus Prime. I'm not really sure which one this is. Definitely it's Optimus, okay? My relationship with Transformers is kind of weird. I've watched maybe the first 2 seasons of Transformers Prime. I respect the original cartoon, and I like Transformers Animated just because Tom Kenny plays Starscream in that one. I'm slowly suffering my way through the Michael Bay movies just because I like to believe that they're so bad that they're good, but I'm coming to the conclusion that they're just bad.
We're protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws.
Anyway, we have a lot of Transformers in this house. This is Optimus Prime. I will transform it for the B-roll, but I'm really bad at transforming Transformers. I just don't even know where to start. I'm just not gonna do that on camera. I like this guy. I mean, I love Optimus, obviously, as a character. Oh my god. He like pops open. He transforms well, he's pretty sturdy, and like his final form is really good. Like if I was looking for a toy for a kid, this would be a really good one. It's a classic, love Optimus. I'm gonna give it an A. Now this is a remake of the first edition RC from Transformers Prime, and APC Toys named her Angel Engine, which okay. I think in bike mode, you know, she's pretty cool, pretty accurate to the show, looks pretty cool. It's too bad that when she's transformed, there's like a lot of clutter at the back, I find. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it transforms super nicely. I really like this toy. She's even got like a little kickstand that moves. Honestly, this one also goes in A tier with Optimus. It's a pretty good toy. Now we've got the Transformers Prime Megatron, which looks super accurate to the show, at least in this form. I find the transformation is a little janky at some parts, which is a shame, but I think it looks really great in both forms. His APC toy's name is Dark Master, which I think is hilarious. He's got plenty of weapons on him, and he just looks really good. The shine that they have on some of his parts is great as well. I'm a huge fan of this one, especially like the size of it. The joints are getting a little bit loose, so I think for that reason and because the transformation I don't find that fun and fluid, I'm gonna give this one a B. We also have the Transformers Prime remake of Soundwave, which APC Toys has named Evil Voice. I love Soundwave. I don't think the Transformers Prime version of him is the best version of him, but this is a really cool toy. It's got like a pretty nice matte finish, which I think looks really good. The arms bend in like such a weird way though. I don't know if he can do that in the show. It's weird though. I don't know if I love it. He's all kind of just like one color. It's a little bit one note, but the purple highlights do look really good. I wish they had done something with his face, because in the show his face is like a screen with like a squiggly, kind of like SpongeBob Karen, but they didn't do anything here. They just left it black, which I think is a shame, kind of a missed opportunity. As much as I like this one, I don't love it, so I'm gonna give it a C. Now we have the Iron Factory version of Grimlock, and so this guy turns into a T-Rex, super sick, and it's kind of like a samurai style of the character, which I think is very neat. It's a very creative idea, and I think it's executed super well. The coloration on this guy is really interesting. The transformation is tough because there are so many spiky points. Like, I feel like this thing physically hurts to hold, and I just think it's really cool to have like a different stylized take on a character. I especially love him in the T-Rex mode. I think he looks even cooler. This is gonna go in S tier. I really like this one. And then we have the Squeezlings Optimus Primal. I believe this is the Beast Wars version. This was another Dollarama find. We kept it in the box because we thought that was just like so funny that we have this in mint condition. It's, you know, pretty ugly. It doesn't have any joints from what I understand, and it's not very squishy, as the Squeezlings title would imply. But I think it's really funny. Like, we used to have this on the wall, like in mint condition, just this like Dollarama piece of plastic. So I think that's funny. But aside from the gag, I don't know why this exists. But you know what? I'm glad we have them, so I'm gonna at least give it an E, just for the fun of it. Next we have the Megatron from Beast Wars. This was another secondhand find. This was found at like a Bins thrift store, which is crazy. It was just lying there. I think he paid like 25 cents for this thing, and I think it's really ugly. I don't know if it's just the design, but I think the plastic that they use, it's sticky. Maybe that's because we found it at a thrift store, but I really don't like it. The joints are hard to move, and it doesn't have that nice feel to it. It looks like chewable. Like, I don't know, I feel like if I was a kid, I would be gnawing on this thing, and they did, because he's missing a lot of parts. If you look back here, he's missing something here, and then these two parts as well are supposed to have something on them, I believe. He transforms into like a T-Rex, and they didn't even try to hide that. His whole hand is a T-Rex, and I get that that's like part of the design, but I just think this thing is atrocious. I would not want to have this in my display case, so I'm giving this an F. Look at these side by side. Look, this one doesn't even want to stay up. Like, this is just so much higher quality than whatever this is. Here we have Cyclonus and Robimus Prime, which came in a pack together. These are like the real deal. Like, he got these when he was a kid, I believe, and they came with this little guy as well. They're a little janky. This guy doesn't even want to stay up. This one has an arm that is like super easy to pull out. It's not very sturdy anymore. So they just look like, you know, regular like toys for kids, which is great because that's what they are. So I'm gonna give these like a D. Now we have another Dollarama purchase. This is a tiny Bumblebee. I really love this guy, okay? He's like 3 pieces of plastic. Like this thing is barely anything. It's super light, super tiny, very portable in case you wanna like play Transformers at the park with your friends. This guy fits in your pocket easily. And the transformation is so easy that I can do it on camera. Yep, like that. And that. And it just clicks. It just clicks right in. Look at that. And then now he's a little car. I really like this one. Bumblebee, obviously my favorite character in Transformers. And I like that when you look under the car, he's just there. You can just see him under the car. I think little Bumblebee gets an A. This is a little guy that I don't know what he is. I don't know how to find out what he is. I got it at a Chinese grocery store for like $2. And he's just a little tiny man. I don't even know if we had to build it. I think we did have to build it, but it, you know, it was like Kinder Surprise level difficulty. And you know, he's got like a tilt for the head, actually ball joint for the head, look at that. And then he's got like hinges on the arms. You can actually move this guy pretty well, and he costs $2. So I don't know, I like this little dude. He is kind of like just a little piece of junk, but I like him enough that I'm gonna put him in C tier. And if any of you can tell me what this is, I would love to know, just out of curiosity. I threw out the box and the instructions, but yeah, if you recognize this man, please tell me what he is. This is probably the rarest item in our collection. This is deformation number 3. So we found this as well at a Chinese grocery store at the Montreal Chinatown. So if you open this up, we have it sealed. It's in mint condition. So actually, no, we don't. It's been opened, but we keep it in the packaging because we want it to be, you know, as mint as possible. If we open this up, see we've got the instructions here. These are the deformation numbers you want to collect. We got number 3, and his transformation is like, it's kind of mind-blowing, so this might take me a little while to figure out.
3 hours later.
And then there you go, there he is, deformation number 3. Yeah, you can like wiggle his arms a little bit, his head does not move, he's just a guy, and then when you need him to become the number 3, there he is. So this is like probably our rarest and coolest item. This is gonna go in S tier for sure. Okay, now we're getting into Gundams. First, we have the high-grade Gundam Vidar. I think the blue on this guy is just a little bit too like opaque or like matte. I do like his snatched little waist. I think that's pretty cute. I don't know anything about Gundams. I don't watch the show. I don't really build them at all. I just think they're neat. I just judge them based on their design, basically. This guy has like an interesting little backpack. I don't know what that's about. I like the elbow hinges. He's got like this interesting little gear mechanism or something. I don't know. I've seen cooler Gundams. He's got like blasters in his knee or something. I don't know. He looks kind of unfinished, if I may say. So I'm gonna give this guy like a C. This is another really random one. I got this in a gacha machine in Tokyo. This one is the G Defender. It's like a little ship. It took like no time to put together, and it's fine. The other options that I could have gotten from that machine were just way cooler. I was pretty disappointed. Honestly, gonna give this one like a D. It's not getting an F because at least, you know, I don't know, maybe it should get an F. Overall, this is kind of crap. Here we have an entry grade Strike Gundam. We actually have 2 of them because we built them together. And I really like this little guy, okay? He was not very expensive, and the posability is great. Lots of joints to play with. I like that he's really tiny, so you can just kind of like sit him up on the edge of a desk or something, you know? He always looks like he's chilling. Oh. His skirt came off. He always looks like he's chilling, like no matter how you pose him, he's just like relaxing, having a good time. And I really like that about him. So this guy is gonna go in B. Now we have the high grade Gundam Aerial. Now both of these are painted. I don't know, like this one's painted kind of blue, but this one's more interesting. He like weathered it and stuff, and it used to be part of a diorama, which I love. But on its own, this is a really nice design. It's kind of just like a step up from the one I just showed, in my opinion, in terms of posability and just how it looks. Fun to paint, looks great in a diorama. I'm gonna give this one an A. This is one of my favorite Gundams that we have. This This is the Spinatia 30-minute mission Spinatia Commando type, and I think she looks awesome. Right now we have her on a stand. I can probably take her off. Okay, so now she's off the stand. She's got like kind of cat ears going on, which I think is sick. Oh my god, I keep breaking everything. She's very delicate though, I will say, like kind of more fragile to pose and play with, but really cool design. I love the visor that she's got. Yeah, just the shapes on this thing are really cool. I really like it. I would give this an S tier just for looks alone, but I think it's gotta go down to A just because she's like a little bit flimsy, a little bit fragile, but look at that snatched waist. Next we have the Master Grade Dynames. This guy is crazy. Just, okay, so he has a few issues. His hand seems to be a little broken, or maybe it's just supposed to be like that, but his shoulder is definitely broken. This slips right off. It currently has a 3D printed part in it right now, but yeah, it completely broke, so that's too bad. That's gonna dock it some points, but it's got some really nice details. There's the back that kind of opens up. Super great posability on the legs. Look at how far back that girl can kick. I'm a huge fan. It's just with the broken shoulder here. Oops. We can't really have him out, unfortunately, so I'm gonna give this one like a C. And I'm noticing now also that this part here in the center is also coming off and coming undone. I mean, these guys have been through multiple moves, so I can't even really blame them, but just in terms of ones that we own, this one's not in the best shape. Okay, next we have, I don't know how to pronounce this, Cyclus's Schwalbe Custom. And this is one where I went into the Gundam shop to try and get my boyfriend a present for his birthday. I just picked the one that looked the coolest, so I got this guy, and he does look really cool. He's a little bit thinner than I expected. There's like not much going on in terms of like bulk, and he's just kind of flimsy, but I really like the shoulders that go up and down. His head shape is kind of cool. He's got like that horn up there. Yeah, I don't know. This one's solid. I probably could have picked something a little cooler, but I'm gonna give him a B. Here we have a Master Grade Gundam Barbatos. Unfortunately, he does have a broken horn. Such a shame because otherwise he looks sick as hell. He's got like these little, I don't know, like tattoos. Like, I don't know. He's got like these indents that kind of look like an on button or something, and light can show through those, which is really cool. He's got huge ass feet. Massive. He's got like pistons sort of in his waist, which is again snatched as hell. His backpack looks really awesome, and he's got a huge sword. So pretty impressive. I am gonna have to dock a point for the broken horn, unfortunately. Again, this guy has probably been in so many suitcases and boxes while moving, but he does look really sick. So I'm gonna give this one an A. Now we have a high grade RX 78-2. This guy is very little, but he's very strong, super sturdy. You can move this thing and it, oh, okay, my bad. That was on me. That was a little bit tough on that one. It's also painted. This thing is not gonna budge. You can pose it however you want. There aren't like, you know, that many joints, but I can respect craftsmanship. I don't know, he's all right. Like, I don't know. The design just isn't really for me, even with the original colors. We don't really display this one. Probably fun to build. Design-wise, I'll give it a C. Okay, now we have a real grade Gundam Astray, again with the broken horn. This guy is so detailed. He has so many little things going on. I can't even see all of it. Yeah, you can even bend his toes. What? Yeah, this guy is hyper detailed, and he's got like a bit of a tilt in the waist. He even has like printed on decals on his shoulder. He's got a tail and everything. The only thing is, I feel like if you look at the front, okay, he looks really cool in the front, but if you look at the back, it's really messy and cluttered. Like, it feels like there's just too much going on. Because it's all the same color, it doesn't look like detail, it just looks like a mess. I don't know. So I'm gonna give this guy like maybe a C as well. Now we've got Gundam SD Sinaju. He's just like a little dude. He kind of looks like a samurai. It's kind of like Ninjago vibes, I guess, except he has a, oh, I gotta stop doing that. Except he's got a huge gun and he's got a nice little shield here and kind of like a jetpack, like boosters at the back. I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of like the little short design, but it does make them easier to just like have out on like a bookshelf. I don't love the red color that they chose, and like the decals are just stickers, I think. So I'm gonna give this one maybe like a D. But now we have the SD00 Gundam, which is also kind of in the like short, like squat version, but I love it. I think it's really cute. It's almost like a parody of Gundam. If you put this next to another big guy, like hang on. If you put these side by side, it's very silly. I still prefer this, but I'm gonna give this one like a, what the heck, I'm gonna give him a B. He's just cute, I just like him. And here we have the real grade Gundam uniform. I'm scared even just touching this thing. He is so fragile, but so beautiful. If you put him in front of the light and, oh, see, I'm already messing up. If you put him in front of the light, it's like a stained glass effect. It's gorgeous. I love this horn that can then close and turn into a unicorn. I think that's amazing. This guy we definitely have on display. He's very pretty. I will give him an S. This actually like makes me understand the hype behind Gundam. I think he's really cool. And like the joints that can kind of close up, I'm not very good at it, but like the joints that can kind of close up and reveal the light, it's just masterful. I really, really like this one. So now we have our real grade Milus Reiki. I love the color on this guy. I know he's just beige, but I really like it in contrast to the other Gundams that we have. He's got a little bit of like a roughing up job done on him, which is really cool. And he's got this huge sword. His shapes are really interesting too. I love the tail pattern here. It's almost like moth wings, and they can kind of come up and do some of that, which is really, really sick. Huge fan of this one. This actually might also go in S tier just for like the design alone. I really love it. Here we have the Bandai Going Merry. I love this piece. It comes with like a little water stand, which makes it look so awesome. And then it's got like a little tiny little cannon and a anchor, which honestly, those are kind of like cheap. Like the quality on this thing is not amazing, but I just love having the Going Merry. It's really cool. We have this like over our stove. I love the ship itself. This build could have been a little better though. The stickers especially have to be placed on top of like an already rough surface. So there's like some weird textures going on there. The face of the Merry itself is pretty simple. It could have been adapted a little bit better, but overall, I'm just really happy that we have this thing. I'm gonna give it a solid B. Now this is a real grade Evangelion Unit 1. I haven't seen Evangelion, but I think this guy looks really sick. He's like plugged into something, I don't know, but his spine is just awesome. Like, I don't know if you can see that. He can really curve that spine. I love it. He's got these like awesome shoulders and then the little unicorn horn. He's very fragile though, and there's not a lot of potential for posability because he doesn't stand up quite right, which is I think why they included like the little gas pump, because that way you can like pose him a little bit better. So like, yeah, he can't really stand. You kind of have to have him like lazing sexily. Oh, and the mouth seems to want to hang open on this one. Yeah, that's too bad. I think this one, okay, I like the design of this character. I think they did a great job with the back, but I think it is missing a little bit of sturdiness. So I'm gonna give this one a B. So that's my final ranking. Here's the tier list. Let me know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next, and please consider subscribing if you like this video, and I'll see you next time.